Hi, and welcome to this video lesson in which we're going to be talking about singles strategy. Specifically, how do we deal with somebody who's really good at hitting inside-out forehands? And I want to thank Daniel, who submitted this question on Facebook. And what he described was an opponent who's really fast and was just constantly running around his backhand to hit forehands instead, and was hitting them inside out to just pummel Daniel's backhand. So Daniel's trying to hit to the backhand of his opponent. Instead, he's hitting to his forehand, and then his opponent was turning the tables on him and hitting back to Daniel's backhand. So kind of a reversal there. It's certainly not what we want to have happen. So Daniel, I've got 3 suggestions for you. Number 1, you need to work on your backhand cross court. And this is probably not the suggestion that you want to hear most, but the reality is, if you can improve your stroke on that side, start getting it a little bit more confident, improve your ability to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe hit with a little bit more topspin so that you have more margin for error, but you can swing more aggressively. If we can raise the general level of your cross-court backhand, then we can start to make this person pay for trying to run around it. So that means being able to really target a nice deep target. You know, give yourself 4 or 5 feet inside of each line, but certainly past the service line, and just make it so that even if this player does run around to try to hit a forehand, they're putting themselves way out of position, number 1. And number 2, it's just making it kind of an awkward, difficult shot because you've hit such a solid, quality backhand. That is tip number 1. Shore up that cross-court backhand. Number 2 is positioning. I want you to challenge this player. You know what their tactics are. Rather than move back where you should be, which is a little bit to the left of the center when you hit a target over here, rather than move back there, stay out here in the corner. Let them see this. Let them see you, that you're daring them to go inside in and hit this down the line. Now, it might be that this player loves that shot, and this is going to, really immediately become apparent that, well, okay, this is not going to work because they're really good at hitting both corners. Chances are one or the other they're not nearly as comfortable with, and it could be that going inside in is not a strength of theirs. If that's the case, then challenging them to hit it could A, result in a bunch of unforced errors, giving you points, great, or B, they don't hit that good of a shot, and now you have the ability to move over and hit a forehand instead of a backhand. So there's kind of 2 different ways that you could come out on top here by really challenging them with your positioning and just not recovering as far as you should. Let them see this opening, and we're kind of daring them to go for this shot. Again, we need to evaluate how good they are at hitting this shot. If they're great at it, then okay, we want to go back to trying something different. But challenge them to show them that they're able to do it. That's suggestion number 2, is challenge them with your positioning. And then thirdly, work on your ability to go down the line, both with your backhand and an inside-in forehand. If after they've run around this backhand to hit a inside-out forehand to you, especially if you've hit a really nice backhand that they've decided to run around anyway, and you've put them way out of position in order to hit that inside-out forehand, and they've hit it back here, even just a moderately well hit shot down the line with your next shot, backhand or forehand, is really going to put them on the run on the next shot and make it very likely that you'll be hitting a forehand on your next ball, right? So work on your ability to go down the line. And it might just be, just a neutral ball, just down the line, just to change the direction of the rally. Just because you go down the line doesn't mean that I got to go for a winner and you're going to tag it and try to hit a laser, winner down the line. No, please don't think that's the case. Just place it down the line, especially after you've put them way out of position, and challenge their movement back and forth. So those are my top 3 suggestions here, Daniel. A really good question, a great tactical singles question. Hopefully this is helpful to you. And if you're watching at home and you've enjoyed this lesson, do me a favor and click like on YouTube, and also subscribe to my channel on YouTube so that you don't miss out on future lessons. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those down below. And I want to thank you so much for your time and your attention today. Thanks. I'll talk to you again very soon.